Good morning. This is Casey Noland, America's teacher for July 15th, 2019. What I'm doing is walking through the Declaration of Independence. Yeah, it's not the Constitution, but if you really want to learn the political philosophy and the intent of the framers, I think it's a tremendous place to start. It stands to reason they're telling England why they want to separate. Anyway, so I'm on the last paragraph today, so I think this is video 7 at mkcnoland.com if you want to check it out, or at my Casey Noland channel at YouTube. Okay, just dive right into this. Such has been the patient suffrage of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of England is a history of repeated injuries, usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let the facts be submitted to a candid world. So in the next video, I'll go into what I call the he hases. Okay, let's backtrack here. So what does this mean? Such has been, so historically, patiently, the colonies have suffered, patient suffrage of the colonies, with great, can't use the word patience, right? Got to come up with a different word to describe a word. Such has been the long suffering long suffering of these. And what's a colony? Once again, a colony is a planted, like, new territory for a country. So England was planting the new world. People requested that they get charters, so they get a charter from the king, like the most famous one's probably William Penn, and he got the state of Pennsylvania, but at that time he was just getting a charter to be able to govern that piece of real estate in the new world, and it meant he was still answerable to the king. I crawl and walk through these because by taking this extra time you can explain a little of the history and so forth. I hope that's obvious. I hope it's helpful. And such is now the necessity which constrains them. Okay, and so we're finding ourselves in a place where we're so pent up by these problems and the failing of the type of government that we have. The history of the present King of England, the practices, the long train of events, the record over many years of this present despot, King of England, and the King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations. Okay, he keeps injuring us. He keeps violating our basic rights. And usurpations would be he keeps overriding rights and promises that we were supposed to have. And usurp means that he's overstepping his bounds and taking back what he promised for us to have. All having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny. His intent for doing so, for doing those usurps, right, those overreaches, is to establish, to set up a dictatorship, absolute tyranny over these colonies. All these different charters they set up with different folks that said that they were supposed to be able to self-govern, have the rights of Englishmen. Now, a lot of people might get confused. Well, what rights did Englishmen have? Well, the most famous, and we'll do this. If you go to my founding documents, I'll talk about the English Bill of Rights and the Magna Carta, which are the kind of really the first attempts by the English lords to take the king out in the forest and say, hey, we want to have some rights. To prove this, to show the world that we're not just talking, let us present some facts, some proof to a world that's watching with the critical eye, because it says to the candid world. Okay, next video, I'll go into the he hases. That's my 7th video on the founding. I may move all these into a section just called the Declaration, because I've really took my time crawling through this, but I hope it's for your benefit. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate your comments either on the YouTube page or at M as in Minnie, M Casey Noland, CASEYNOLAND .com, and go up on the links to the video section. I always put the most recent video on the front page, and then when I do a new video, I move that back to the proper category for videos. You'll see on the menu I have a selection for videos, and then select the appropriate topic. So I have a series on Congress so far, and now I'm doing this founding series, which so far is just the Declaration of Independence. Okay, have a great day. Hope this was helpful. Would appreciate your comments, or email me at americasteacher@mkcnolan.com. Thank you.